Hello everyone, it's Nicole with accessoryatetsy.com. I'm back with some things to show you. I've been busy. I have an art show this weekend, and so that's why nothing has been listed on the Etsy store, and it kind of looks like Mother Hubbard's cupboard right now. I'm sorry about that. But if we get rained out this weekend, then all this stuff will be on the Etsy store. But I wanted to show it to you just in case it does go on the Etsy store. Some of it does, or all of it does. I don't know how it's going to go. So that I would have it documented and before I take all this stuff over there. So as you can see, I've been a little busy. I've been making some different things that I normally don't make. So let's get in. I'll try not to make this video, 3 hours long. We'll try to get through this as quickly as possible so I don't bore you to tears. But let's get through this. We've got these two big, the Carpetbagger journals. This one's called Fable, and it's got some neat tags down here and some metal gears and a key and some fibers here on the spine. And this is a little different than my other Carpetbagger journals. Instead of doing a graphic, I've been doing book plates up here. And of course, it's not paper behind it, it's linen. So anyway, on the inside, I don't have a whole lot of room here, do I? On the inside, of course, we've got our regular little graphic pockets and punched pattern papers and tea-stained papers. A lot like the Carpetbagger journals. So these are going to be similar. Here's a little, these are so cute, the little needle case. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I thought that was cool. So this will be a lot like it. Oh, something neat to show you. I found this at a thrift store, a whole ream of this paper. And it's super old. It says the Prescott Hatchery from Prescott, Iowa. But if you notice, the phone number is 2 digits. So if anybody from Iowa knows when they stopped using 2-digit phone numbers, let me know. As much information as I could find, it was like 1955. So super cool paper. So you're going to see this paper a lot, at least one in every journal, because I have 200 sheets. And of course, pockets with little journaling cards that go in here. So I won't have to go through every single page, but you know the drill on these. So this is some new fabric I got. So I hope you like this one. So that's Fable. This one is called Story, and it has a pocket in the front. And if you notice this trim here, this is an Indian sari trim, and it's very, very old. And so is the trim behind it. Very, very old. We're talking very old. So I don't have much of it. I might be able to put a little piece on one more journal, but then I'm going to keep a piece for me. So it's super cool. The thread is metal, and the little sequins are metal. It's just, and there's little stones. Oh my goodness. So here's a pocket here. Excuse me. And then here's the spine with the silk sari ribbon, and some other fibers along here, some scissors and a little ruler. And the book plate. This one's really neat too. Same hatchery paper there, but similar to the other one with all the bandito papers all scattered throughout. Lots of little clips up on the top with fibers attached and journaling cards. So I hope this one is I really like this one a lot. This fabric is one of my favorite fabrics, and so I really like this one a lot. So like I said, if we get rained out, it'll go on the Etsy store. If not, maybe I could mimic it and do something. I mean, they're not the same, but you know what I mean. And then I have these 3 little guys, and each of them has a tag, a linen tag that's been stamped. This one says Journey, this one is Wander, and this one is Explore. And each of them is a little trifold a fabric journal with something on the spine. There's a little garment clip with some little charms and something to tie it with. And then, of course, they each have the seam binders ribbon, and I'll just show you one of these. So they each have this little eyelet that holds the seam binders ribbon. And then on the inside, it's similar to the Carpetbagger journals, just in a smaller scale. So these have about, I believe, about 75 to 80 pages in them. So, and they have just a few little clips up on top. I didn't want to overdo these with a lot of ephemera, because these are journaling, strictly for journaling, I would guess, and not real gussied up. But I think each of them has this manila envelope in the back. So that's these little guys. And I have, like I said, I have 3 of those. So there's those. This one is neat because the book covers, the front and the back, came from a book that is from the 1850s. And the book was like this skinny. And the spine was not in great shape, so I did not feel bad taking the covers off. And then I extended the spine, made my own spine, and extended it to a 2-inch spine. Excuse me. And I was able to fill it with lots and lots and lots of goodies. So as you can see, there's a metal book plate here on the front that says journal. And then the edges have been lined with this old open weave linen all the way through. So you can see it in the back, in the spine, you can see it in the back. And then in the inside front covers, I've excuse me, my goodness. I have this graphic here on the front. It's a French receipt from the 1880s, I believe. So that's what that graphic is. But this has got a ton of pages because it's the 2-inch spine. So here's some journaling cards, little pockets. So each signature has little pockets with little something that goes in them. These guys. This is an envelope. That is an old lined envelope from the early 1900s with a little postcard on the inside, and it's attached to the page. So another little envelope in the back with a little card on the inside, and it's open behind it. So this one is extremely rare. I mean, I'll never find this book again. I might be able to find some covers similar to it, but this is truly one of a kind. And the seam binders ribbon has been encased all the way through, as you can see it there in the spine, so that it'll stay sturdy and you can keep it tied up. So I hope you like that one. I thought it was a pretty cool little guy. So there's that one. We've got this little one, and this one I created the cover, and it's called Sojourn, and it's mimics like a leather texture, and it's hardback, and we've got some fibers tied around here and some charms up here in the corner, and we've got all kinds of little tags, and you know the drill: pockets and clips and pattern papers and tea-stained papers and tuck spots and fold outs because the paper was too long and I didn't want to cut it off, and so I think this one's pretty neat. I got some new stamps, so I did some stamping on some of the pages for some interest on some of the plain pages. Another couple little tuck spots with an envelope on that one. So cool. There's a big pocket here. So this is a smaller guy. I think it's 3.5 by 5.5. So with a 1.5-inch spine, I believe, but nice and thick. Lots of room in that one. And then a similar one, but it's a little bigger, is this one, and it's called Memoir, and it's made similar to Sojourn, where I've created a a hardback leather-like cover with some fibers tied around the spine and some charms, of course, and all these little tags and clips and everything. This one is, I believe, over 150 pages. It got away from me. So, but again, same drill: pockets, clips, ephemera, little side pocket here, lined paper, graph paper, ledger paper, you know the thing, man. So this one's really cool. I just finished this one this morning. I've been working my tail off trying to get all this done for this weekend. So, and I feel bad about not listing any. Oh, this one has a pocket here. About not listing anything on Etsy. Here's a envelope, and it's kind of cool because it's lined. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, I'll flip through that real quick. You know, ephemera, blah-de, blah-de, blah. Anyway, this one's kind of cool, I thought. Big, thick little guy. So there's that one. Then I've got this one I created a long time ago, and I'm trying to decide if I want to add charms or something to it, but this one on the inside has a bunch of different papers and whatnot, but it's not got a whole lot. It's got some tags, but not a whole lot of ephemera on the inside. So it's got some little envelopes and pattern papers and lined papers, and there's a pocket here with that kind of thing. But so there's this one. And then something different. I saw these on Pinterest, well, something like this on Pinterest, and I used to make textile brooches. That's when I started accessory on Etsy about 8 years ago. I was making wool flower brooches, and so I've always been into textile art and in the frame of jewelry making. And so I saw these different insects and whatnot around, and so I created a pattern that I thought would be cute for a brooch. And so I don't know, they're probably 3 inches by 4 inches maybe, but they're very 3D, and they've got 2 sets of wings there, and there's a little body underneath there with the pin. He's got little antenna on him, and of course there's some beads on the wings. So I've made up several of these, and some of them have lace wings, and then some of them have linen wings that have been stitched on. So I've made up a few of these for the show as well. I don't know if I'll put these on Etsy or not. There's probably a lot of these on Etsy. I don't know. Maybe there's not. But there's these guys. And then I made this teeny tiny little leather book, and it has some jump rings here to be put on a chain if need be. And it's just, I thought it'd be cute as a necklace, as a pendant on a necklace. And it would also double as a journal, but it unwraps like that. And then it opens up, and then it's got all the tea-stained papers on the inside. And I don't know how many pages are in here. Probably at least 35 or 40 little pages. But this one is leather, and so it just wraps around like that. And then you just tuck the beads underneath the little belt. And there you go. And it's, like I said, it could be a pendant. So, okay, we're at 14 minutes. I think that's enough time to ramble on, don't you? So that's what I've got going on for the art show this weekend. Like I said, we're supposed to get rain. So if I'm going to be closing my store, my Etsy store, at the end of the week, there's a few things in the Etsy store that I want to take to the art show. If they sell, that's fine, but if they don't, I'm taking them to the art show. So I'm just going to close the show down, the store down, and so that I don't have double sales going on. That'd be bad. And so anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So if you see my store closed, that's why. And it'll open back up probably Sunday or Monday, or maybe if we get rained out, I'll just list everything on Saturday, and because there'll be nothing else to do. So I hope you guys are having a fantabulous day. Thank you so much for stopping by and taking a peek at what I've got going. And hopefully I'll be able to mimic some of this stuff soon and after I'm done prepping for this show and get it on the Etsy store. So have a good one, guys. Catch you next time. Bye.